Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while since y'all heard from me. Um, yeah, it's been a minute. I've gone through some things, and I'm trying to bounce back and continue to tell my story so that people who are curious and people who support me, if they want to know what's going on, I want you guys to know I'm still alive. I'm still grateful to be here. The universe has protected me and blessed me, and I'm just grateful that I still have another chance to tell my story, because I know that sometimes it can be difficult when facing bullying to speak up, to speak out. And I just want to make a quick side note for people who are experiencing bullying, who are being bullied right now, whether it's in a classroom setting or it's the workplace. It could be at home with family members. It could be peer pressure from friends. I understand the struggle, and I just want to say that you're not alone. I completely understand what it's like to be bullied and isolated and treated inhumanely and unfairly and ganged up on, and to be the confusion of it all, not knowing where it's coming from, not knowing why it's happening or why they chose you specifically. It can be very hectic at times, and it can cause a lot of brain fog. And I just want to let the people know out there who are experiencing bullying, and it's even in the most severe cases, that you're not alone. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. I'm here to spread healthy validation, because I'm grateful that my supporters and the community have validated my experiences. Healthy validation can go a long way. It comes at the moments when you're not looking for it, you're not expecting it, you're not craving it. It comes at the moments where you need it the most. It comes at the moments where, bullies are trying to incite a negative reaction from you, and the people that love you and that support you and people who are part of the community, that's where their moral compass is guiding them to have your back. Their moral principles are pretty much on a very high level, because they may not know you very well, but they notice patterns of behavior from maybe you or the people who are giving you a hard time, and they're being divinely guided or spiritually guided to protect you or have your back, or to report the behavior of certain bullies. That healthy validation can really save the day sometimes. And I just want people that are experiencing bullying to know that you're not the only one. You're not alone. You have people that understand what you're going through, that have been through what you're going through, and they're more than willing to show support. They're more than willing to guide and help you, protect you, and look out for you, along with the universe as well. I have to give thanks and props to the universe, because none of this would be in existence if it hadn't been for the universe's creation. So I just wanted to give that side note for people who are experiencing bullying. It's very difficult to overcome. Sometimes it can last a long time. Sometimes bullies go too far, and I know that it makes everyone uncomfortable. And I just want people out there that are experiencing bullying to know that you're not alone. I'm here to extend healthy validation the same way that I was given healthy validation by people who supported me and have my back. Okay, so now I want to kind of update you guys on what's been going on, because I don't really know how long it's been since I've released my last video, because my other YouTube page is blocked. I can't access it. The people who are gangstalking me have put a security lock on my other YouTube account. So it's still available for other people who are subscribed to my content. It's still available for people to watch my videos. I just can't log in myself. I've tried many different methods to access my account, and it's completely locked. So there's nothing that I can do at the moment to access it, unfortunately. So this is going to be the YouTube channel that I use to upload content until someone decides to block that too, so hopefully I'll be able to keep this account open for a while, and hopefully nothing happens to where they put a security lock, or someone steals my phone again, steals my information. I've been having a lot of difficulties with maintaining my information because of the bullying. So I'm not always on the go. I'm not always able to be contacted, unfortunately, because my social interactions are limited. So that's my situation right now. So an update from as far back as I can remember, the last video that I've updated, I know I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked about gangstalking. I've talked about white people. I've talked about institutional racism. I've talked about the negative effects of being a targeted individual. So I'll try not to repeat some of the same things that I've said in my previous videos, and give you guys an update on some new information. Most of what I shared already is still going on, and if I can be entirely honest, things have escalated since I've made my last video. There have been some improvements in certain areas ever since I told my story. Like, telling my story has helped me out a lot. I don't want anyone to be confused. I don't want anyone to be nervous or anxious about speaking up and telling your story, because things escalating is not as a result of me telling my story. It had nothing to do with me speaking up. If I didn't speak up and tell my story, a trigger warning. I don't want to frighten anyone, but if I had not told my story, I would be a lot worse off now than I am. I'm doing a lot better internally in how I deal with conflict, and with self-preservation and my connection to the universe, and my spiritual beliefs have gotten stronger personally for me. It's improved ever since I told my story, because I have been divinely guided by the universe to tell my story, and I've also been positively motivated by people who genuinely support me, giving me that wisdom, sharing that advice, and recommending that I speak out and tell my story. And from that standpoint, things have gotten a lot easier, because I have found healthier ways to manage emotional tension when it comes down to being bullied. And also, telling my story has helped me release a lot of negative energy. It's helped me with closure. It's helped me with boundaries, knowing what they are, how to set them, and how to deal with people who are not respecting them or violating boundaries. It's helped me with coping with large groups of people who are ganging up on me, trying to dominate me, and who give me a very difficult time on a daily 24/7 basis. So telling my story is therapeutic, speaking for myself. I can't speak for other people who tell their story, but I'm pretty sure that 9 times out of 10 ratio, it feels a lot better to release that negative energy and to describe what's going on, so that not only people understand what's going on, so that I understand what's going on. There's a time log, there's a setting, so on and so forth. But to get to the point, to me updating you guys on what's going on in my life. So I'm telling you guys, the reason why I tell you guys my location, such as state and city, is because it's really no secret. Because I am a targeted individual who is being bullied on a 24/7 basis by people who are making a personal choice to intimidate me by using gang stalking tactics, I really don't have much of a choice as far as maintaining my privacy. My privacy gets invaded, my phone gets hacked, I get tracked. Even when I don't have a phone, they somehow still manage to find out my location, find out where I am. You know, I've thought in many cases, if I just don't have a phone and connect with nature, they won't be able to find me, they won't be able to give me a hard time. But that's actually not the case. Without my phone, the bullying escalates, and sometimes it gets sometimes my bully's interactions with me become violent, and I receive death threats. So this is why I keep a phone with me, to sometimes, just for my own safety, and to also communicate with you guys so that you know what's going on with me. I know it's been a while since I've been out, and I just want you guys to know that I'm still here and I'm still okay. And that's a blessing. It's a gift. So, what's going on right now? I'm currently in Miami, Florida. I was in Arizona. I think the last time I made a video, I was in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. And I was at the homeless shelter there at Cass and Andre's house. And I moved from there and I went to Houston, and for a little while, I tried to go to Houston because I was trying to obtain my personal documents, such as my ID, my state ID, my social security, my birth certificate, because when I was in Arizona, I got robbed multiple times. I cannot count on my hand how many times I've been robbed, and it had all my documents, my social security, my ID, my birth certificate, because I'm homeless, so I don't really have a safe place to put it. And each time I've gotten a U-Haul and I've did the whole storage thing, my finances got blocked coincidentally during that time frame, to where I couldn't afford the storage anymore, and my stuff kept getting auctioned off. So I just felt like, now that my finances are completely blocked and my identity's been taken from me, and I don't, I can't really seem to get access to getting my documents back. It's been very difficult. I thought if I had moved to another state, maybe I could start over, have a fresh start, leave the past behind, move forward. And unfortunately, that's not the case. When I moved out here to Miami, Florida, I'm still experiencing bullying. It's pretty bad, and their stalking has escalated. But I just want to remind my viewers that despite the stalking becoming more obsessive and more consistent, I'm noticing that I'm being protected more because I'm telling my story. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to my very best to ignore the negative hate speech and the provocation and stuff like that. The stalking, as long as no one physically attacks me, for the most part, I really don't have much of a choice but to just let it go. I can report it, I can tell my story with you guys, but it's only so much I can do. I have to just, most of their behavior at this point I can ignore, and just let a higher power handle it. That's the energy that I'm trying my very best to maintain, self-preservation, for my sake, for my safety. I'm just really like I said, I'm just trying to comply with the law. I'm trying to stay out of trouble. I'm trying to stay on the Fed's good side so I don't get in no trouble. I'm already getting stalked, gang stalked, and racially profiled on a daily basis. So I really don't wanna make things worse for myself, and I really don't